I haven't made a Christmas list since I was a child, and that was a long time ago. But I think it's time for adults to start making Christmas lists for a better world, some things that we can do, especially for the children of the world, such as my granddaughter here, Clara Noel, who are facing what I would consider a very chaotic, violent, and uncertain future. So I've made a list of some things I think we can do as a world community, and we need to do them. And I think America needs to lead the way. And one way America can lead the way is increase education and schooling around the world. We can put some of our funds and some of our people, some of our volunteers, strengthen the old Peace Corps idea of going around the world teaching tolerance and understanding so that we can eliminate some of the problems we face as a very violent world. With AIDS and pollution and poverty. One thing we need to eradicate is this concept of us versus them in America. It's the way leaders use as a propaganda tool to demonize other countries and other peoples. And we forget that other peoples that we're even fighting sometimes, they're really human beings as well. And it's always been a tool in the leader's toolbox to manipulate people into wars and all kinds of aggression by demonizing other peoples. One important thing you do is improve the treatment of women. In this country, women have a legal status where they're generally treated equal with men. They have actual human rights, and we all know that as Americans. In many countries around the world, women are treated like property. It's time for our president not only to speak out about it in our Congress, but we need to take some action in that area and deal with some of these countries that are so-called allies, such as Saudi Arabia, which is one of the worst victimizers of women. In world hunger, I think that's a very, very important thing we need to focus on. There are almost 900 million people in the world that are undernourished, almost 900 people. That's a child dying every 5 seconds because of hunger. What can we do? I mean, sometimes we feel helpless when we see these huge figures. But America is a very, very rich country. We can help out. There are a lot of groups out there that we can donate money to, and most of all, donate our time. Go out and help not only the people that are poor in this country, but help finance some of the groups that fight poverty in the world. The Iraq War has both economically and morally drained the American people. So far, the Iraq War has cost the American taxpayer over $472 billion. Just think what a small percentage of that money, what it could do to fulfill needs around the world. Again, America should lead the way in this area. We should lead the way in terms of peace and understanding around the world. And I want to end this podcast by quoting from a great speech that Martin Luther King made at Ebenezer Baptist Church in 1967. It was a Christmas Eve sermon, and let me quote it. "The Christmas hope for peace and goodwill toward all men can no longer be dismissed as a kind of pious dream of some utopian. If we don't have goodwill toward men in this world, we will destroy ourselves by the misuse of our own instruments and our own power. Wisdom born of experience should tell us that war is obsolete. We must either learn to live together as brothers, or we are going to perish together as fools."